Okay, cool. All right. So basically, like I said, we wanted to get everyone on the same page. We've had a wave of people that have come in over the last several days here, and it's been kind of just a free-for-all. I know everyone's kind of at this point jumping in just to be kind of ahead of the game, and everyone who is coming in at this time is really positioned in a phenomenal area in the business to be able to make a decent amount of money. I wanted to just kind of clarify a couple of things and make sure that everyone understands what's going on, how this works, how you make money, and really the long-term, both short-term and long-term game plan with everything. As many of you have seen my video that I briefly shot that kind of explains how this is all set up. And essentially, with the structure, Jim is going to be helping us. Jim is the upline to us. And Jim is a blue diamond, which is the second highest rank in Doterra. And he is greatly pushing to get to presidential diamond, which is the highest rank in the company. And to do that, what he basically has to do is get me and my wife to platinum, which is one of the middle of the road ranks. So when my wife hits platinum, he basically, when that happens, becomes presidential diamond. So he'll rank up to the highest rank in the company, and his income will drastically increase. And so with that being said, the whole idea behind this is that I want to build a substantial income with this. I know all of my main leaders want to build a substantial income with this, and Jim wants to build a substantial income with this. We all want to build substantial incomes. And so all of us kind of joining in now that are in from the very beginning are positioned to where on the ride where Jim is willing to do anything he has to do with advertising dollars, really whatever he needs to get my wife's position to platinum as quickly as possible. Now, I'm going to go over kind of structuring and kind of the business side of things and make sure that everyone understands. So basically, in doTERRA, you never really lose your rank. So once you hit a specific rank, you're always there. However, there's certain sales volume standards that have to be met on a monthly basis to continue to get paid at that rank. So with that being said, you can't just barely hit a rank, right? You have to, because everything is based on sales volume. If you fall short of your sales volume, it affects your pay. So if Jim is a presidential diamond, right? Our position is platinum. If I don't hit my platinum rank for a month, then it affects Jim as a presidential diamond, just so everyone understands. So with that being said, what that means is that when I show you and kind of break down the numbers of what it takes to get to platinum, how many people need to be in for my wife's position to hit platinum, you actually have to carry it well beyond that just to anchor it in. So when you talk about positions, it's not just hitting the minimums, it's really continuing with it and continue to build it so that you have enough people in your lanes that you never fall short. So I just want to kind of explain that, because when I go over the numbers and you see exactly where we need to be and what the goals are, Jim is basically, I just want to say this, Jim and myself and, the things that we're doing from a marketing standpoint are designed to get me and my wife to platinum, right? That's the goal here. And for those of you who don't know what platinum is, you'll see here in a minute, but getting us to that goal, and anchoring that in so that we are well above and beyond platinum. Everyone here that is signed up now is going to be making profit. Everyone. Okay. Now that profit is going to vary depending on where you are, how quickly you got started, but everyone here is going to be making a decent amount of profit by the time that Jim is no longer has any sort of incentive to continue building this further and further down. Okay. But every single person here will be in profit, 100%, okay? Now, with that being said, it's really at that point up to each of you and the people above you as to how far do you want to continue to take this. Do you want to make $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000 a month, right? Or do you want to make $10, $15, $20,000 a month. Okay. It's all of that is possible, right? Again, when I throw those numbers out there, it's very possible. And I know that because I see people doing it. I mean, Jim is making $40,000 a month doing this. When he hits Presidential Diamond, he'll be making around $80,000 to $90,000 a month from this. And he has literally dozens of people on his team who are making six figures doing this. A lot of people, right? So it is not impossible. I mean, it's very, very possible to do this. There's no question about it. All right. And so all of you here are going to be kind of along for that ride with me, Jim, my leaders, where we're going to take this to a certain point, right? Everyone's going to be in profit, whether you do a thing or not. However, the speed in which everyone gets to profit and how much profit everyone truly experiences, it all depends on how far we all as a group push this. Nothing really works with appropriate speed if it's everyone just kind of relies on, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let the people above me build it. Will it happen? Yeah, but could it take a long time? For sure, right? So, I don't want to make 10, 20 grand a month, in 2 years. I want to make it as quickly as possible, right? So with that being said, I just want to make sure that everyone kind of is understanding and it's clear on like kind of what is going on, because again, sorry, someone's car alarm's going off. Let me shut this window real quick. 1 second. Sorry about that. But so like I don't want everyone to kind of just come along for the ride. This is a phenomenal business opportunity, and really being a part of this and being placed where you are, it really is nothing more than just giving you a head start, because anyone who can start a business and be in profit very quickly, even if that's a small profit, it's now an opportunity for you to take it and run with it, right? And so that's really what this whole thing is all about. And we've already experienced a lot of growth from just reaching out to people, because like, as all of you know, we haven't even started the marketing yet. We're going to be launching the marketing system here very, very shortly. But everything that we've done so far has just been through word of mouth. And we've had a lot of people that have plugged in, and we filled up, I think, the first like 4 rows now, right? So like we have a lot of people that have plugged in. So with that being said, we have a ton of momentum on our side. And truly all of you have the ability to take this as far as you want to take it, right? Like DJ came in, saw the opportunity, and immediately was like, dude, there's some serious opportunity here, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, right? So I truly, truly encourage all of you, right, to get a head start on this business. Don't sit around and wait for your upline leaders to do it for you. Even though that once we get to a certain position where I have a certain number of people underneath me, that Jim is no longer going to focus on this group of people any further. But you have to understand that like my main leaders, right, the 3 people right below me, they all want to be platinum. They all want to be, diamond or blue diamond or whatever, which I'll go over those ranks here in a second. But so it's going to continue to build. It's not like once I hit platinum and have a certain number of people that like, that's it, right? Because I want to keep building. My leaders want to keep building. Each row of people, as they make more and more money, are going to want to keep building this. So it's going to continue for the long haul here. But really, you have the true ability to own your business and take it and run with it, right? Like, we're not here to take sales from you. Like, if you blow out your lane, way faster than anyone else, like, cool. That's you, do it and make a bunch of money. Like, we're not going to hold you back from doing anything. You have truly, I in all seriousness, any single one of you has the ability to make more money than I make, right? Every single one of you has the ability to rank up higher than me. Like, truly, you do. It's just like gathering a network of people and building it, right? Just like DJ grabbed a bunch of people right away and positioned himself. Like, all of you, every single person, like, I don't care who you are or how many people you know, like every single one of you knows 3 people who will do this. If you position it the right way and you talk to enough people, you will find 3 people that you know that will do this, right? Everyone can. I don't care who you are, right? Sometimes it's scary. Like, a lot of times people don't like talking to people about stuff like this. I'm one of them. I hate it. Like, but it's easy for me now because I come in with so much confidence, like just that I've studied this entire business opportunity so extensively that I know you can't lose. Like, it's just a numbers game, and it's literally just a matter of time. Like, we're going to hit the goal that we want. It just depends on how fast we get there based on like how much everyone hustles, right? But again, like every single person knows 3 people, and that's really how this has grown so far. Pretty much everyone is like, okay, I'm going to find 3 people that are going to push this, and they find those 3 people and they plug them in, right? And then those 3 people go find their own 3 people, and it just grows and grows and grows and grows. So like, I really want to encourage you that if you're like wanting this to be something that you could walk away from your job, like the opportunity is there. It is there for the taking. And like, you're not held back by anyone. Like, you're not held back by me, the people above you. Like, you can easily surpass the income of the people above you easily. Right. So I really just encourage you, like the way this has grown so far is the people that got in first have found a handful of people. And so I really just encourage all of you to go do that. Find those handful of people in your network that will plug into this, show them the full picture, show them exactly what's going on of the investment dollars that are coming in, the teamwork, how you're not on your own. Sales will be by default placed underneath you. So go over those numbers and everything with them, show them what's possible. And I'm telling you, all of you can find 3 people if you really try to do it. Like, if you really push and just reach out to people and present them the opportunity, and literally just finding those first 3 people is key. And the reason is that not only does it position you to really get started before we even market, but now your costs are essentially neutral for the first several months, right? And that's why finding those first 3 is so key, because like, no one wants to just keep spending $150 a month while it's getting built for them. Like, you can find 3 people and now you're paying nothing, right? You're making a commission back what you're paying each month. So from there, you just build on top of that, right? So if you're breaking even, now you can just take it and run with it, and anybody you add on top of that is profit. So that's why, like, so far we've really pushed like this, the power of getting 3 people. And not only that, but I'm going to go over here in a second, a lot of the bonus structures and everything like that that come into play. I'm going to really try and break down the different ways you get paid so that everyone understands. It's kind of funny because like the best thing that I was able to find so far that really breaks down the compensation plan is like a pamphlet. It's actually like a physical pamphlet that Jim and his wife gave us, but I took some really good pictures, and there's no good way for me to show them to you other than like just pulling up the pictures one at a time. So I'm going to share 4 or 5 pictures with you guys. Give me just 1 second here, because I'm going to pull them up and go from there. Give me 1 second. Oh, hang on. I gotta go this route here. All right. Okay. All right. Can you guys see this okay or no? Is this like really kind of hard to see? I want to make sure that it's clear. Is there anything blocking the screen at all? Can someone just unmute and say yes or no?
Can you make it bigger?
I'm going to try. That's what I was saying. It's really hard to can you see that? Is that good?
I'm on my phone, so I can't read out what it actually says, but
Yeah, me neither.
All right, well, this is recording. I mean, if you're watching from a computer and you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, it should be good. But since it's recording, I'm just going to go ahead and go. Um, so basically, this is like I'm going to break down the basics here. So this is just the basics about doTERRA and the comp plan. I'm going to start at the top here. So why make doTERRA your pipeline? The biggest things are like the biggest selling points are it's unlimited earning potential. Like you're not held down by anybody above you. There's an extremely high retention rate because as we've already seen in our community here, once people start using the products, they love the product, right? That's the biggest selling point is that like people literally get hooked on these products because they are so powerful. It is all product sales based. It's a new opportunity. The company's relatively new, but it is extremely profitable company, and the company actually has zero debt. It's a $3 billion revenue company yearly, and they have zero debt. The retention rate across the entire company, meaning people that continue to order month after month, is 65%, which is incredibly high for any sort of MLM opportunity. So I'm going to skip retail sales because that's not really what we focus on, but like there are people out there that do just sell the oils at like retail price and just make a little bit of side money. But I'm really going to start with number 2 here. So I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but with number 2, the Fast Start bonus. So the Fast Start bonus is the first way you get paid. This is money that you earn from the people that are in the first 3 rows below you. And the Fast Start bonus is an easy way to just make quick cash. I mean, it's really like fast cash. That's why they call it that. And this is actually paid weekly. So it's quick money that you get paid out. So as you sign the first 3 people up underneath you, you get 20% of everything that they buy. Right. So for the first 60 days, their enrollment kit that they buy and the first 2 orders that they make of LRP orders, you are getting 20% of that. Now, when those 3 people get their first 3, so on the second row below you, that goes to 10%. And then on the third row, that goes to 5%. So it's a quick way to get paid. And for us as building this to be a large network, this is critical to get people to that break-even point as quickly as possible. That's really our goal, is to get people to where they're breaking even as fast as possible. So that way, moving forward, they're in profit, and like that's how we maintain incredibly high retention. Now, the number 3 here, this is the other big thing. Now, right out of the gate, this is what everyone is pushing for. You probably saw me make some announcements the other day about people locking in monthly bonuses, right? Now, this will kind of get you to understand like the structure and why we do certain things the way that we do, okay? So let's say this is you right here. The reason we say to go get your first 3 people as quickly as possible is because when you get these first 3, the first 3 people underneath here, you start earning a $50 monthly bonus. Now, I know that's like nothing, right? I understand that that's not a huge bonus. However, this is a bonus that's paid out indefinitely, right? Now, the only way this happens is that when these first 3, so you and the first 3 people underneath you, the overall value, meaning the PV for you and those 3 people, has to be 600. So if you see this diagram up to the right, again, I don't know if you can see my mouse. I'm trying to point to everything on here, but I can't tell if you can see it. But when you have you and the first 3 people underneath you, when that overall value is 600 combined, that's how you earn this $50 bonus. So that's why we have all of you schedule your LRV order to be 150 PV or higher, because when you do the math, if you have 150 and the 3 people below you have 150, that's how you qualify for that total of 600, and you earn that $50 bonus on that. Now, when you do that, okay, when someone is buying, when they're all doing the 150 LRV order, right, and you're making that $50 bonus, in addition to that, you're also getting paid your Fast Start, right? So with the Fast Start above here that we already talked about, you're getting 20% of the value of that order. So if they're placing a 150 PV order, then you're getting $30 basically from each one of those people. So you're getting $30 from person 1, $30 from person 2, $30 from person 3. So that's $90 right there, and you're getting the $50 bonus. So you're spending $150 and you're earning $140 just on that. So you're essentially breaking even, right? Yeah, I know there's a $10 difference, but I mean, whatever, it's $10. So that's the first goal for every single person, is to just find those three people, whether it's through online marketing or through your direct network. And we've had a lot of success just simply plugging people in that are in your direct network. Now, again, this whole system is based off duplication. So you see row 2, right? When those three people right underneath you do the same thing and everyone is maintaining that 150 PV order. Now, you up top are getting this 250 bonus while the people right below you are making 50, right? So we have a ton of people making that. We have, I think, there's quite a few people that are making this 250 bonus right now, right? There's several people. And then again, it's all about duplication. As those people all find their three people, so on and so forth, then it goes to $1,500. And so all of this is based on the structure that we've always talked about, which is each person has three. So you have your three, they get their three, they get their three, etc. And all of this is only accomplished if you maintain, if everyone in that structure maintains that 150 PV order, okay? Now you'll see the diagram up to the above and to the right. See, they have this showing it off 100 PV. So if everyone was only doing 100 PV order, now you have to have more people involved, which screws up the integrity of the rank structure. And we're going to explain why it's so important to stick with this structure here, where it's you, then 3, and then it's 9, and then it's 27, and then keeps going down. So I'm going to go to that here in 1 second. I got to come out of this and go to the next picture. It's not like the easiest way to do it, but it's all we got. All right, so next I'm going to go to the unilevel. Now with unilevel, this is like the long-term earnings. This is the long-term commissions that as your organization builds and grows over time, you earn commissions just overall on the sales volume. Now, the Fast Start bonus, you're getting those really high percentages of commission, like for the first 60 days. And that's what helps people break even for the first like 3 months really quickly, easily. And they can, cover their costs for the first for the first 90 days, and then build and continue to grow from there. Okay. Now with this is the long-term earnings. Now with Doterra, what they've done is they've reversed it. Normally most businesses, they have a structure where like you earn most of your money on your top row. So if you look at like on the right-hand side where it says reversed, most businesses, they pay you a higher percentage for your top people, and then it gets lower as you go down. So like this example, it's 7%, 6, 6, 5, 3, 3, 2. That's the normal like business model where you make less money as it grows farther down. Doterra has actually reversed this, and this is why like over time, the compound effect of this business is so dramatic. And this is why people, like literally there are tons of people making 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 every single month residually, is because of this unilevel structure. So with the unilevel structure, and this is after the Fast Start period is over, right? So after the 60 days of ordering, right? Your first level is you get paid 2%, then it goes up to 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. So as your organization grows deeper and deeper and deeper, and people below you are having success, you start to earn more and more money on those product sales. This is all commission based on the product sales that happen below you, okay? So with that being said, you get paid 7 levels deep, and the good thing is that this is truly, in addition to the rank structure, this incentivizes, like people were asking me like, well, what prevents you from like just taking all the sales yourself, right? I was getting asked that question. And like, even though that, I could do that behind people's backs and take all the sales, there is truly zero incentive at all to do so in every way you look at it, right? In every aspect of this business opportunity, every incentive is to place those sales down in depth. Even from this unilevel commission structure, the farther, like if I make a personal sale and I place that sale down in my 7th row, I make way more money off that sale than I would if I placed them up here. In addition to the ranking, which you'll see here on the next page, like there's zero incentive for someone to deviate from that structure for a long period of time. Now, number 5 here is the leadership pools, right? So the leadership bonus pools start when you hit the rank of silver, which again, you'll see those ranks here in a minute. But this is basically where you become essentially a shareholder of the company, okay? You become a shareholder of the company, and you basically start earning that income on a monthly basis as long as you're maintaining your sales volume to reach your certain goals. So this is the average. So as a silver, your leadership bonus, it's basically like an equivalent of profit sharing. It's as the company profits, you get paid a percentage of those profits. As a silver, that averages out to be about $150 a month. Gold is $750 per month. Platinum is $1,500. And then with this, as a diamond, you're about $4,000 per month. Blue diamond, $9,000 to $12,000 per month, and a presidential diamond, $15,000 to $35,000 a month. That's all just part of your earnings. That's on top of the commission, on top of everything else, on top of all the bonuses. You're earning those commission that profit sharing monthly as long as you hit your rank. So it's a massive, massive incentive for hitting those high ranks. All right, so the last one that's really kind of important here is this one. And I took some notes on here so that everyone can kind of see and, one sec. Somehow the screen sharing stopped. Okay. So with this is how you hit ranks. So we always hear about 150 PV, right? We always hear about 150 PV to like hit certain ranks in the company. And so this is how it all works. Everything is based off of PV. Everything is based off the volume of sales that happen below you. So the first kind of rank that you hit is executive. With that, it's 2,000 PV, which is essentially it's having like 14 people underneath you overall, which happens very quickly. The next one is elite, which is 3,000. So that it's 20 people to have underneath you. You have a total of 20 people, and you have that. The next is premier. So premier is a total of 5,000, right? But you have to have at least 2 legs that are doing 2,000 each. So here's where it starts to be important that you're building in depth. Now we're going to just go over those quick because like the main things to focus on, it starts at silver. And this is going to kind of explain, it'll really make sense. And I'm going to go really quick through this because this call only will last for 40 minutes before it kicks us off. So silver here is done by having three legs, and you create 3 elites. So to become silver, you basically have to have 3 legs that have 20 people underneath you. Now the average income for this is $2,200 a month. Now with us, because we're structuring properly and everyone's doing 150 PV, everyone's doing this 3 and then 3 underneath them, and so we're also, all of us, by the time you hit silver, are also going to be hitting the power of 3 bonus of 1,500. We'll be probably closer to like $3,000 a month here than the average income. But you can see by this silver structure of having 3 legs, this is why we're structuring things the way that we are. Now to go to gold, you basically, instead of having 3 elites, which are up here, you're at gold creating 3 premiers. So you're just increasing that sales volume. So as a silver, you basically have $9,000 in sales volume below you. When you go up to gold, you have the total of 15,000, but it has to be separated out into certain legs. And that's why we structure exactly the way that we do. As a gold, it's 3 legs of 34 people, total of 102 people. Your average is about $5,000 a month. Now, this is only 100 and something people, but when we jump up to 180, which is 3, basically this is platinum right here, that's creating 3 silvers underneath you. Each leg of silver is 60 people, so you have 180 people to make about $10,000 per month on average. Now, this is where Jim is trying to get me. However, he needs way more than 180 people because, again, you have to anchor that position in. So it's really going to be more like 250 to 300 people to where Jim's no longer going to care anymore, right? But from here, once you hit platinum, this is where you start adding more legs. The structure itself doesn't change. You do it again. So after you hit platinum and you're well into platinum, then you start building a 4th leg, right? So once you build that 4th leg and it becomes silver, so you add another 60 people in this 4th leg, now you're a diamond and your average income goes to about $17,000 per month. Blue diamond is over here. That's creating, you're creating another leg. So these 4 legs continue to grow and you create another gold leg. So create another $5,000 in sales volume here. That's a total of 500 people, 100 in each of these legs, around 100. And now this is where Jim is right now. So this is making around $40,000 per month. So the presidential diamond, so he has, like, Jim is considered a blue diamond, but all his legs, these are all actual platinum legs. So these are all platinums for him, but in order to become presidential diamond, you need to build one more platinum leg. So this is where Jim is trying to get to. Jim has 5 of the 6 platinum legs built, but he needs to build us on the end here to get one more platinum leg, anchor all these in so they're not just barely platinum, but once he anchors all these in, he'll be presidential diamond and make over probably about $100,000 per month. So that you're clearing well over $1 million a year at that point. So I'm going to come out of my screen here. And so we only have a couple of minutes left. We have 6 minutes left here before this, since we're using the free Zoom platform. But I just wanted to kind of give everyone an idea of where we are and what we plan on doing. And we can carry this conversation after I'm done here. We can carry it back over to the Facebook chat, and people can ask questions and kind of, we can interact, and I'll be around to answer questions of whatever anyone has. But I just wanted to kind of give everyone an idea of where we're at, how this is going to work, and how you can position yourself. And there's a specific reason that, like, we are doing things the way that we are. It's all strategic and by design to maximize the compensation plan. That's everything that we're trying to do, is maximize the compensation plan. And so, like, keeping structural integrity where you have 3 people underneath you, and then after that, like, you're not taking any more sales for a long time. Eventually, as you saw, like, once you're platinum, now you have to start going wider, right? You have to add a 4th leg and then a 5th leg and eventually a 6th leg. But, like, all of us are a long way away from doing that. So until people start getting to that point, like, your entire upline is helping you get sales, right? There will be a time where I no longer will need to build these 3 legs that I've already built any further, but I'll start building a 4th leg. But the people like Jeff and Justin that are directly underneath me, like, they still need to get to that point. So you're always going to have upline leaders above you that are pushing to build your legs. So it's not like you never truly get to a point where you're truly on your own until you're, like, around platinum. And at that point, you're making 10 grand a month. And so go do it. Like, you have the ability to build it yourself now and really do it, but you're never going to be alone until you're like a platinum, right? You're always going to have people helping you. However, again, it all comes down to the speed, right? That we can all get to that point where we have a ton of people that are like silver, gold, soon platinum, all that stuff, where we have tons of people in this team that are making 2 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand a month. We can get there this year. Like, truly, we can. There's no question about it, right? We can have tons of people that are walking away from their jobs from this opportunity that can, that can really change their lives. Like, we have a solid number of people, and with this process, like, we're going to have people earning that. It's all about how fast are we going to get there, right? Are we going to take, a year or 2 to get there? Or are we all going to work hard, find our 3, get them to find their 3, and build it like that? Because truly, like again, like, it's going to get built one way or the other through advertising. But the compound effect that can come from this, with us doing the advertising, but also people getting their own network involved, that's where this really starts to become duplicatable and grow so fast. So, like, with that being said, like, we really want to focus on everyone doing as much as they can to, to get your network involved. Like, and also, as we start doing online sales, like, we're going to have the ability to turn 1 sale from an online lead into 2, 3, 4, 5 sales, right? Because if I'm sitting on a coaching call with someone and they're ready to buy Doterra, I can literally say, okay, who do you know that would want to do this? And, like, I can turn 1 sale into 3, right? We have the ability, because of the low cost of this overall, that, like, you can convert multiple sales from 1 lead. So I really just want to stress and focus that, like, don't just sit back and wait for this whole thing to happen. Because, like, again, it is going to happen one way or the other, because, like, again, Jim is making $40,000 a month, and the moment he hits presidential diamond, it goes to close to $80,000 to $100,000 a month. So, like, it's happening one way or the other, like whether anyone does anything or not. But like, I don't want it to be where I'm the only one like making money because no one did anything with this, right? Like literally you have the opportunity of a lifetime in your hands right now because like you're getting all the assistance that you need from sales being placed underneath you, so on and so forth. But like literally it never works, right? We've experienced it where it never works if just a handful of people are the only ones pushing it. Like it'll grow, but it grows really slow. And like no one really is able to maximize their earnings. But like any one of you can take this, find your 3, get them plugged in, paying that 150 PV per month, and then help them find their 3. And before you know it, you're like, DJ, where within a couple of weeks, because you pushed your people to find their 3, you're already at that 250 bonus monthly and well on your way to the $1,500 a month bonus. I know every single person here, like your life would be very different if you had an extra 2 to 3 grand a month coming in, right? So, and it can go way beyond that. So we have less than a minute here. It's gonna kick us all off. So we're gonna end the call now. We'll take it over to the Facebook chat, and if anyone has any questions, I'll be there and we'll answer questions in the Facebook chat. So other than that, we'll see you guys all in a minute here on the chat.